Yo, what's poppin', guys? Today I got some more event gameplay for you guys. This is going to be the No Extra Deck Festival, the X0 event, and I'm playing Eldritch Spiral Go Second. Now you might be thinking, wait, you just said it's Go Second, why are you going first? That's because I'm a dumbass and this is my first game playing it, and I totally forgot I was meant to go second. So here I am, kind of struggling through this because you can't reasonably out master plan on your first turn. So I'm just hoping he has hand traps or I draw into something good. And lo and behold, I find a grass, which at least does something for me here. It's gonna set up a pop and I'm going to stack his top deck. It doesn't really matter, as you'll see in like 1 second here. He has, I think, like a Kaiju and 2 Icejades or something, but he's going to open up with that draw 2 spell, so he's going to find all the cards that are revealed anyway, so the order doesn't matter. Now, here's going to activate the field spell. This is going to add the guy that he just pitched and just give him advantage. Also has an annoying floodgate effect and like some other floodgate combo, so I don't want to deal with this. So I'm going to flip the Conquistador here. That's going to pop a card during this chain if I control the Golden Lord. So I'm going to have to summon the Golden Lord, but I don't have space. So I get to tribute off the master plan with Econ. It feels so good. It triggers. It's so nice. Now I take this guy. And then I get to flip this up. And now I realize, wait, I still don't have space for my Conquistador because I'm taking his monster now. Oops. So we're going to use the drone quick effect. Boost our attack up a little bit. It's going to out this. We know he has a Kaiju in hand and one unknown, I think. So here comes the Kaiju. Just passes on this. Now this is really threatening. I know he has a graveyard follow-up protection thing here. Here, if a face of water monster you control destroy battle card effect while it's in the graveyard, you can banish this and he brings back another dude. So we're going to play around that. I'm going to pop these 2 cards with the sleeper. He's going to add some follow-up, which doesn't matter, but now our thrust is live because he controls a monster again. We can Raigeki it, and now we can just go straight to battle phase. Swing here, and we find lethal by using the rescue mission to bring back tough during the battle phase here. Alright, for next game we're playing against Shining Sarc. I've been seeing this deck a whole bunch in this event. And it's really obnoxious because it's super hard to out the Shining Sarc because it can't be destroyed by monster effects. And I have Sleeper, we have Super Agent, we have Tough. Those are all monster effects to pop it. And so I can't reasonably pop it in Engine. But we do find the Dark Hole here. So I really want this to resolve. We have to play through a Target Negate and a Spell Negate. So these 2 guys. So we're going to use the Souls here. Here's one back row as well. And we find the grass, so we're going to use it and have him eat this. This deck likes milling because we have the rescue missions, we have the assault missions, we can bring back stuff like master plan, we need stuff to banish for sleeper, we have the Eldritch cards and everything, but we're not like super reliant on it. So the grass isn't as important as something else. Monster Gate will still get us there. Hopefully, this one doesn't, so we're just going to use the second copy. But we really want the Dark Hole to resolve. And Quick Fix is perfect because we get to add the big red, bring back the master plan that we have in the graveyard here. That's going to get us another search for more advantage. And now we're going to Dark Hole off the master plan that we had here. I love this animation, by the way. And now it's going to trigger. We get to get the searches. And here we can see that his Gadget Trio is triggering, but not his Dark Magician card. Because if it gets destroyed, he gets to set the Dark Magician spell trap. So because this doesn't trigger, I'm assuming he has it in the back row. And it turns out he does, but the Dark Magician actually can't trigger because there's no level 5 on the field. So I haven't played against these cards much. So I kind of misread it. And I was accidentally correct this time. So we're just going to have a bunch of dudes here. Swing for some damage. We can't quite find lethal here, so we're going to pop the Super Agent so we can bring it back with the rescue mission so he gets another attack. And this way we actually have enough damage with the master plan in our graveyard to swing for game. All right, this game we're gonna be playing against Therion. I think it's the loner deck here, and it's actually not that terrible. They end on 2 disruptions in engine, so they get the Regulus for the Omni Negate, and they have this trap card that lets you negate a monster effect or banish a monster or something like that, or both. I think both if you have the Argo system or whatever. So since I don't draw a monster, I can only play by resolving grass, which is never going to happen while Regulus is on field. So I'm thinking here, okay, he has 1 Omni Negate, the monster disruptions don't matter. Either he will let me summon out the Golden Lord, and then that blocks attacks, or I can like steal him or whatever, right? Or the Econ resolves to at least turn him to defense, so I can't die here. So I feel pretty safe. He's going to go battle phase. I'm going to activate this thinking, okay, he's going to get with Regulus, and he has Ash. So now I'm kind of cooked, except he for some reason has these 2 guys in defense position. Yeah. So I was dead, but he decided not to kill me. So I guess we're lucky. Now we find Reasoning, which is going to get us to a monster. I really wish I had this in hand instead, but I mean, you take what you can get, right? We're going to get rid of a monster gate and the trap we just set to get the draws. And now we're going to Econ to force out the disruption to let our grass resolve here. We get to bring back our master plan. He's going to imperm for some reason. That's pretty funny. And now Super Dopamine Rush, Monster Gate tributes off the master plan, which gets the trigger. We find Last Resort, which is kind of unfortunate, but we're going to go ahead and add a tough here. And now we get to summon out another tough, which counts as Super Agent on field. So we can bring back the quick fix to search for the drone and normal summon it. So we get to guarantee that Super Agent comes out. We're going to pop the back row because those give protection. Tribute this to boost their attack and clear up space for the sleeper. And now since we have more damage this way and we get to pop another card, we're going to equip the Last Resort here, blow up the whole field, and now we can just swing for game to get that win here. And here we got a mad banger. Our opponent is on the most unbreakable board to exist. This thing doesn't let monsters attack the turn they're special summoned, but that's not the important, scary part of this board. The actually really super dangerous part that threatens my very existence is that he's actually just going to go for raw sphere mode pass here. That's it. This is his end board. He ends on this. Can't be targeted. Can't be attacked. Kind of really annoying actually. So we're just gonna go for souls and everything. Quick fix at the big red. I unfortunately don't really have a way of outing the master plan here. So I'm hoping maybe he plays in the thrust or something. We're gonna go ahead here, grab the Super Agent, at least like pop the back row, and on the top of the deck, we are going to reveal a Soul Crossing, which lets him tribute my entire field off to tribute summon into his god cards, and I get cooked. So if I summon a sleeper here, none of his protection will matter because he just tributes it anyways, and I kind of lose. So I'm going to decide to just end on only this. Unfortunately, I lose the SPYRAL result here. Very sad, but we have a rescue mission in graveyard. So if he tributes all of this off, I should live, and the master plan is going to float into some nice follow-up is what I think. But unfortunately, there's text on these cards that says when normal summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. So that's very depressing, but we still have the rescue mission, so I do feel pretty fine here. They're going to do some more Ancient God shenanigans. It looks very pretty. Go battle phase, and when they attack with Slifer first, which is, I mean, I guess kind of a mistake because they lose out on damage, but the master plan coming back in defense here. Slifer only pops the cards if they're summoned in attack position. And because it has more defense than Slifer has attack, its attack doesn't get to go through anymore. Unless he wants to take damage, right? But why? And now if he doesn't out it, I just live for free, have all my stuff up, I guess, kind of. But he decides to attack it, which means I still live for free. But now the master plan actually does get to trigger. So now I feel super great. Very nice. Gonna go back into the sphere mode to annoy me, and I do have the out here in hand, which is insane, to his board, because as you're going to see after I go through a bit of the spiral plays here, is Slifer actually activates to reduce the attack and then destroy it. So we're going to intentionally normal summon Quick Fix, which still gets the trigger because a summon doesn't get negated. Instead, it's going to reduce its attack, and then if the attack has been reduced to 0 or less, it'll get destroyed. And now we get the thrust. We're just going to search for Raigeki. That's going to blow up his entire board. And now all that's left is to out this back row, so I can attack the turn I am special summoned. And we're pretty much just going through the motions here. Super Agent's going to pop the back row here. Going to bring back a Quick Fix, grab the fully armed. Golden Lord is going to out our own Magician Souls, so we have enough space to summon out the Sleeper to find lethal here. Last Resort equips. I'm feeling super fine, and I get hit with a Guardian Slime, which doesn't matter because I'm just going to pop it. And then we get to go for game here again. Last but not least, we're going second again against our least favorite deck, Shining Sarc, of course. But we actually do find a way to out the Shining Sarc this duel, so that's pretty nice. Now, what is this end board? We saw them search for the turn silence here. That's a negate, monster negate. Then he has the targeting negate here, and he has a spell negate, and then 2 more unknowns. Plus all of his stuff kind of like floats, so we have to deal with that. So we're going to lead with the reinforcement of the army. This can kind of pressure him a little bit, but it's mainly just a bait for his spell negate, so that fortunately works. Now we get to resolve our resort here. That's going to go ahead and grab an agent. I'm going to see if this can maybe get rid of his turn silence or something. And he decides to negate this, and it doesn't destroy either, so I still have this in hand for later. Would have been kind of nice to actually bring it back with Monster Reborn or something maybe, but it's totally fine. IOC gets resolved now because his negates are gone. So we're going to go ahead, dump the master plan here. Quick Fix, going to grab the big red. And what's really sad is that the master plan actually can't crash while it's equipped with the big red. I figured out the hard way. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't crash it. So even though I could crash it now, I just Raigeki his field here. I'm kind of afraid of his back row being the weird dark magician thing. So unfortunately, we don't get to out the master plan. But we do have the Eldritch stuff here to out his Shining Sarc because this is actually a trap effect. So what I'm hoping for here is that he activates this to search. And then because that's a hard once, I get to negate it. And when I pop it, right, but he's going to grab ties that bind. And I don't want him to activate this. So in the open game state, remember I have to toggle on for this. I'm going to just go ahead and pop the Shining Sarc here. That makes him sad. Apparently he doesn't have access to another one right now because the Gadget Trio didn't search for it. Man, I would have gotten like hard punished if he used the Shining Sarc to search first. Then I pop it and just Gadget Trios for another one. Well, lucky me, I guess. Now he's smart enough to keep the master plan up so it doesn't get to float. But I am goated enough for having enemy controller in my deck. So after going for the search here, we get the insane dopamine rush of just attributing off the master plan to steal one of his monsters. Oh, dude, I love it. That's the best part about this deck, honestly. Just the unique ways of clearing your master plan. Now we're going to drone for the top deck to guarantee the super agent here. That's going to get rid of his dark magic mirror force. I'm going to chew it off, booster attack up, get the sleeper. It's going to clear the rest of the field here. Assault gets me a draw. I don't care about this back row card. I'm going to turn everything to attack, and we are going to swing for lethal damage. And here we have our deck list. Be sure to drop a like if you made it this far in the video. Subscribing greatly helps me out as well. And if you have the time to leave a comment, of course, I'd be happy about that as well. This deck, shout out to Two Tone Shoes on YouTube. I pretty much jacked it from him. focuses on using the strong spiral engine cards and sleeper control in the simplified game state that you get to by having your board breakers. We're running a bunch of thrust targets. We're running the thrust fort, of course. We have grass, and then we have droplets, econ to tribute off. Well, we hope to tribute off our master plan with it. Dark hole also gets to out it. And then we get so much advantage. We have so much power. All the milling cards we're running here get our rescue missions and our assault missions into the graveyard, plus our Eldritch engine here as well, which is also very nice to have. And it was really fun playing this deck. Don't check out my stream where I somehow lost to Skull Servants, even though they went first. That was really depressing. Yeah, but I had a blast playing this. There's one more day left in the event, so if you want to give this a shot, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.